Allah wanted you to see this video. I'm not some big shot YouTuber who's got all the algorithm figured out, so I know exactly how to bait you here. If you're here, it's because Allah chose you. I remember when I got to the stage of self-improvement where making money and the entrepreneurial journey was the main focus. And I remember discovering my first kind of make money online video from Iman Gaji, and it blew my mind. I suddenly had this goal to make 10k per month, to retire my mum, to travel the world, to become financially free. And I know you have that same desire, that same goal, that same excitement when you get to hear those. But I recently discovered this Islamic secret that I think you need to know to make sure that you do succeed and achieve those desires. You ready for it? Allah placed that desire in your heart. Let me repeat that so it all sinks in. Allah placed that desire into your heart. Every desire that gets placed in our heart by Allah is genuinely a test. Whether you have that desire for love, and then it depends how you decide to express that love. Do you decide to go into a haram relationship? Do you decide to wait to do this? Do you decide to do that? Maybe you have that desire for friendship, but do you go with those friends that aren't so good for you? Or do you stick and wait to find those good friends that you want to find? Every desire that we get placed in our heart is Allah testing us. The same thing goes for these entrepreneurial desires that we have. Like I mentioned, to make 10k per month, to retire our parents, to build masjids, to end up building this life for us that just shouts freedom to everyone else. That comes from Allah and it's a test. The test is this. It is your duty to carry out this desire no matter what. You see, Allah doesn't care how much money you make. Allah doesn't care whether or not you make 10k per month. He doesn't specifically care about you retiring your parents. It's the fundamentals behind these things that Allah cares about. Allah cares about the person that you become in the process. Allah cares about the loving son that you become in the process of retiring your parents, taking care of them, giving them back everything they gave to you. He cares about the fact that you become so disciplined during that process of getting 10k per month. He cares about the fact that you got closer to him during this journey. That's what Allah cares about, because when you are there on the day of judgment, the angels are writing things down, the good deeds, the bad deeds. Guess what? It's not like Allah's going to ask you, like, by the way, did you make 10k per month or did you not make 10k per month? He's not going to say that, is he? He's going to specifically look at the good deeds and the bad deeds that you made. And money is neither a good or bad deed. It's what you do with it. And again, the fact that this desire is in your heart is because Allah has a plan for you. You don't know it yet. Allah has a plan for you. And He knows for you to get to that point where you should be, where you need to be, for you to be the best version of yourself. This desire had to be placed in your heart. Now, your responsibility comes here, Akhi. You are the steward of this desire. You are the steward of Allah's desire that He placed into your heart. You are the person who gets to decide whether or not you carry this desire forward, you bring it into life, you become the man that Allah has planned for you to be, or you ignore it. Why do you think people live this mediocre life of working a 9 to 5 and never pushing themselves beyond? Why do you think they settle for less in life? Do you think they don't have a desire for more? They do have a desire for more, or they did have a desire for more. But do you know what? After Allah saw that they didn't pursue that first desire in school, they never pushed to get good grades, they never pushed to become better with their friends, they never pushed to go to the gym, they never tried to improve themselves, Allah never gave them a desire again. They lived this life of mediocrity. And how do I know this, Akhi? Well, look at it in Islam. The principles of Islam themselves. Allah decides who gets His light, right? That's why He's called a Nur. Who gets the light of Allah? Who gets the light of this dunya? Allah gets to decide who has this faith, who has this iman in their heart, and who doesn't. Whose heart gets shrouded in darkness. It's the same way that Allah decides who gets the desire and who doesn't. Be grateful that you got this desire, because it's proof that you can achieve it. Because if you got the desire in the first place, it means you are a steward of this desire, and Allah wants you to go further. This is why you are here. This is why you found this video. It's for me to tell you, Habibi, that you need to take this desire that you have in your heart, that desire to make 10k per month, to retire your parents, to be the best version of yourself, and go and push further with it. Do not forget it. Do not ignore it, because it's not you that placed that desire in your heart. It's Allah. There's two things I need to understand before I let you go. Is that for you to pursue this desire with purpose, you have to build discipline. If you are not building discipline, then everything else in life will crumble. Because at the end of the day, the man that Allah loves the most is the man who is disciplined. Because the man who is disciplined, that sees the haram temptations, he stays away from them. He sees everyday life as a test. He passes that test. The Muslim who's not disciplined is actually not a Muslim at all. If I can go as far to say that, the Muslim who's not disciplined is not disciplined in their heart, in their deen, in their iman, ends up living a life full of failure. And Akhi, the last thing I need you to focus on, and this is why I make these videos, is that the change that we want in the ummah starts with us. Habibi, I'm not going to make this a political video, but understand the ummah is dying by its thousands every single day. And the reason that's happening is because the state of the ummah is actually a reflection of our states as individuals. We are disunified, we are weak, and the power is in the wrong hands. So guess what? As entrepreneurs, we have to gain back that power. We have to have that dedication to the ummah, and we have to create that change within us first. And Allah places desire in our heart. This is what I believe, that one day we create the biggest change in the ummah possible. Because I generally believe that entrepreneurs are the ones who change the world. And I believe that us Muslim entrepreneurs are going to save the ummah one day, one way or another. That's why I make these videos. And if you're happy to join me in that journey, feel free to subscribe, Habibi. Jazakallah khair for watching. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.